Hey all, welcome here. My name is Sarah. If you're new, I am a young mama. That is what I've been classified as by many others and also myself. I'm 28 and I have 5 kids, and I love doing videos like this where I just share what I'm up to, my day-to-day life. Sometimes you're going about your day and you're like, am I the only one who does this? And sometimes you can feel a little bit lonely. So I love being able to share that you're not the only one that does certain things. I have busy days too. I have rush days. I have chill days. I have days where not a lot happens, let's say, or at least not a lot has to happen. And then I have some days where I am just kicking it and I'm trying to press on and press forward and check off as many things as I can off my list. I'm just praying here while some of my kids are praying over their food, and then we're going to keep on going. So I wanted to invite you to this day of me getting things done in a short amount of time. It's pretty rushed, so if you're wanting a relaxing video, that is not this one, but I hope you enjoy. I have cleaning to do, organizing to do, meal making to do, and yeah, I'm glad that you guys are here to join me in my tasks. So while my kids eat, and P.S., my kids are great eaters. They're happy just to sit and eat, and we chat and talk and go back and forth. I've already eaten lunch at this point. Sometimes I do try to eat lunch before my kids do. It can be something quick. It can be leftovers, but I find that there are some days I can't sit down with my kids and eat lunch with them. I have so much stuff to do. So I will enjoy lunch before I prepare their lunch. And then I will just be kind of present in the kitchen and chatting with them while they have their own lunch. I work much better on a full stomach. So it's kind of like the whole idea of before you help someone put on their mask, make sure you put on your own. Same thing when it comes to meals, at least recently for me. Anyways, what I'm doing here is getting dinner started, and I'm also tackling some things that I will do later for pictures for the website. That's coming. I am roasting 4 red bell peppers in the oven, and then I'm also realizing that we're going to be getting dirty today, and I need to put on my apron. Okay, let me know about this in a comment below. I know there's 2 types of people in the world. The first group is my group, where we heavily rinse and wash our dishes before we put them into the dishwasher. And then there's maybe the smarter, more elite group that actually is like, I bought this dishwasher to wash my dishes so I don't have to. Therefore, they just put the dishes in. Let me know which group you are. I just find when I rinse my dishes really well, my dishwasher doesn't stink because it's not heavy coated with food. You know what I mean? So that's my kind of thing that I do. But everyone's really different. But let me know what you do down below in a comment. I am continually washing dishes and tidying things throughout the day. Sometimes this can feel like, oh man, again, I just did this. Again, I do this all the time. And I realize that having a kitchen and a home just means that you are constantly maintaining because things are constantly happening. With one kid, I remember really being able to take care of my home with ease. And then with every other kid that I've had up till 5, I realized I could spend all day cleaning and there would always be something else to clean. I am never actually done. I am constantly going. And sometimes it can feel like, oh man, how long, oh Lord? And then I realize through my running and moving around and getting things done, there is so much to praise God for. And even when I do my kids' laundry or I'm wiping their own little space on the table, reminding myself to praise God for them and to pray over them. I enjoy taking care of the home because I enjoy the kids and the people that live in here. Sometimes I have to remind myself of that because sometimes it can feel mundane and exhausting, but reminding myself this is a good work and that I'm happy to do this work for my own people. Thank you to Haya for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Haya is a cleaner and tastier children's vitamin. When I've previously gone to like just my local store, I see all these children's vitamins and I don't even know what half the ingredients are. A lot of it is gummy gunk, extra sugars, unnecessary dyes, where Haya is a cleaner and better alternative. There's no added sugar and no gummy gunk. So you are sure that you are giving your kids a full body nourishment when you choose Haya. Haya is pediatrician approved and designed for kids. If you have picky eaters like myself, I still give them these and they still really enjoy them and even ask for them daily. Did you know that 93% of kids don't eat enough fruits and vegetables? Having your children take Haya will help fill those most common gaps in your child's diet. It's non-GMO, vegan, gelatin-free, dairy-free, allergen-free, gluten-free, nut-free, and pretty much everything else you can think of. With a blend of organic fruits and veggies and supercharged with 15 essential vitamins and minerals, Haya helps support my children's immunity, energy, brain function, teeth, and bone development. Your first month you get a glass bottle, and then every month after that they send you a refill monthly. Haya makes it super easy for you to take charge of your child's health. Haya is offering my viewers 50% off their first order. Go to hayahealth.com/Sarah-Therese to claim those savings, or just tap the link down below. I started filming this video at about lunchtime. The reason I didn't show you guys my morning was because basically my morning was just trying to get as much homeschool done as I could with my kids, so I wouldn't be juggling homeschool and housework. I could just focus my whole heart towards homeschool and then move on to housework that I had to do. There are some days I have to juggle both, but today I was like, you know what, let's check off homeschool so I can focus here. That's just where I was mentally today. Some days I can multitask with ease, and some days I need to give myself a little bit of grace and pace that out. I did do a nice clean under the sink. I'm going to treat my cast iron here. I do a nice salt scrub, and then I add in any type of oil or fat content. I'm doing beef tallow here, and then you can also see here that my peppers are done. You want to burn the skin so the skin pulls away from the pepper itself. I'm going to let that cool because it gets really, really hot. There's actually a lot of juice and oil inside a pepper, so let that really cool so you don't burn yourself. This is something else I've been doing every little bit. I've been sprinkling Christmas decor through the house. I'm definitely not that person that decorates in a day. I spend all the month of November and December decorating for Christmas, adding little things here and there as we go along, and it just kind of feels slow and pretty, and I like that it's relaxed. This is a very relaxed way to decorate. I like the videos that I see where people tackle Christmas decorations in one day, but that is not me. I like to really take my time here. We already have our dried citrus garlands kind of throughout the house, and to some of these here I'm going to add some bows to the ends because it kind of conceals the string that I have taped to the wall. Kieran loves helping me down from the counter because otherwise I jump down and I fall or I hurt myself or whatever. So that's Kieran being sweet to make sure I don't hurt myself. We're talking about bows and should we have the ribbons cascading or keep them short? These are the questions we ask ourselves during the day. Okay, so more tidying, more organizing. So we have this really beautiful built-in bench system. The whole idea of having this bench was for extra drawers to keep kids stuff. It's kids games, it's kids puzzles, it is Play-Doh, it is kinetic sand, it's a bunch of Love Every toys as well. So what I'm doing is going through these drawers, moving some things around. I have one of these drawers that's dedicated to a Love Every tent, which is a great tent, but I realized this is something I don't have to keep in these drawers because I don't always need to have it at my kids' fingertips. This is something I can pull out on a rainy day and the kids can play with it. So that opened up more storage for more puzzles and games that we use. We are classified as a huge puzzle and game family. So a lot of the time we will be like, okay guys, should we watch a movie tonight? Or should we play a game? And it's always a game. There's just something so fun about family games. So I wanted to really organize these drawers in the bench because they were getting a little random, crowded, out of hand. So I'm organizing some puzzles as well. I'm throwing out some puzzles that are just really broken and then moving some of these craft items, embroidery kits, bead kits, stamp kits, to our craft drawers downstairs. It feels good to have organized drawers. I know so much of the time we go, oh, it's a drawer, no one sees it, we don't have to upkeep it. But it does help your kids to be organized. It helps them find what they're looking for. And it sets a good example for, oh, this is what something that is clean and orderly can be and do for me. So I was glad to get that done. But I only had a few minutes to do that. And then I realized I had to start finishing my romesco sauce, because this is something that I was shooting for the website. I am taking the flesh of the red pepper and putting it in. I'm taking off as much skin as I can, the seeds, and putting it into my blender. This is the part where I started just kind of getting into a fog. So usually you put the red pepper in and then you would fry or toast the onion and garlic and almonds, and I completely forgot to do that. I started putting everything into the blender and I was like, why is this so fast and simple? And then I realized, oh, that's why, because I'm missing an entire step that is actually really important. So I took out the onions and the almonds and the garlic and I put it into my pan. I have already put out this recipe for my Patreons as a PDF download. What I'm actually going to do is, for my Patreons, I'm going to pre-release all my recipes that are going to be featured on my website. I'm going to release them for my Patreons as PDF downloads first. I'm going for about 50 recipes, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to give it to them first, and then I will put it forward on my website. But for this romesco sauce recipe, I will just put it in the description box down below if you want to check it out. It is so good and simple. I have it on sandwiches, I have it as dip, I have it on potatoes, I cover my chicken in it. It is one of my favorite sauces ever. If I could have two sauces, it would be this and tzatziki, and that would be it. And I really do love a beautiful tzatziki. So this is me setting up to take pictures. I love taking pictures on slate. It's dark, it's moody. Believe it or not, when we designed this kitchen, we designed it to kind of sell. We wanted to sell this house, and then we realized that, you know what, we're probably going to stay here longer than we thought. For me, a dream kitchen would be something that has color and is very moody. This kitchen really lacks color and is quite light, but I like to take pictures with something that's a little more moody, deeper tones, more contrast. I just find it to be really pleasing and lovely. So I do a lot of that for the website photos. And now it's time for the cleanup. So with a lot of the recipe shooting that I do, it has quite a bit of cleanup, but I also try to make sure that whatever I'm shooting, I'm already making. If I am making a loaf of bread, I go, oh, I can just shoot this. If I am doing a sauce, I make it earlier, so I have a little bit of sunlight to use. I like natural lighting for my photos, and then I go, oh, I'll just shoot this. Working like this means I have to be really intentional with my time and have everything planned in advance. And usually when I'm shooting, it is kind of a rushed day because I'm kind of taking a few hours out of my day for pictures, planning, editing, and turn on some worship music. If you're like, Sarah, what are you doing? I'm praising God. Turn on some worship music. When you are making food, when you're just feeling stuck, when you need a pick-me-up, it's worship music, y'all. So I turn on anything from John Mark McMillan, Jonathan Ogden, Kelsey Breedlove. I mean, what more could you want? I have some small potatoes that I am softening in hot water and salt water, or in salt. I guess we would call this salt water. And I have some chicken breast that I am cooking. I already have lard in the bottom of this pan. I'm adding in some olive oil and butter because oil and fats is awesome. I'm adding in some of that lemon that I was using for romesco sauce photos. We do not waste anything. I'm adding in things like thyme, pepper, seasoning, and I'm just going to let that sit for a minute while I go back to tackle these potatoes. So I soak them in a hot salt water because it adds flavor, it helps to clean them, and it softens them a little bit. I know I've shared this before, but this is my favorite way to do potatoes, as well as my favorite way to do almost any vegetable. We're talking broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I like cooking butter, garlic, and any sort of herb. I think I'm using thyme here. I melt it in a pan, let it kind of simmer, put it onto a cookie sheet, and then I put my veggies face down. So with broccoli, I would cut the broccoli in half and then lay it face down. And I'm just going to cook it at like 400 for half an hour, 40 minutes. And it creates the yummiest potato, the yummiest Brussels sprouts. It's so simple, but absolutely divine. And we call these penny potatoes. It's something I came up with when we realized the best part of the whole pan is when you get a potato that's laying face down. And I realized, why aren't I just positioning all my potatoes face down to cook? Because it creates a caramel crust and it's just lovely. So I'm doing that. Chicken's cooking. I also have some green beans going. And while that's happening, I thought I want to shoot some sourdough discard biscuits tomorrow, which means I have to get started on them now. I actually do these as make-ahead freezer biscuits. So if you haven't seen that video, it is a week of breakfast that I featured for you guys a couple months back. Feel free to check that out. I really like that video, and it's awesome breakfast that we use quite often. We are now having dinner. I am serving up the kids. We do small portions for the kids because if they want more, they ask for more, and they always do. But we start out small. And then it's time to relax. Kids are in bed. Things are done. I'm going to pour myself some tea, make myself some bread for tomorrow. I find a rush day, you can go like, when is the end? Like, I feel like I'm just stuck in a tunnel. And then you put the kids in bed and you realize dinner's done. And you can just slow down, prep some things for tomorrow, have some tea, and enjoy the rest of the night. A rush day always ends in sleep for me. And for that, I'm thankful. Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye.